Jar has released a hit piece on Becky, Cope and Seethe, okay, called Nicholas Deorio's Biggest Sweeper. Now, I'm very interested in this because, obviously, you know, I talk a lot about Nicholas Deorio, and I've watched all the other Jar videos on Deorio, and I feel like I can fairly evaluate this. I feel like I can identify whether Jar is making compelling arguments, and also whether he's just ripping them from me. And also, this is really funny, because Becky talks down to Jar and tries to dismiss Jar, and has avoided his other videos, and hopefully you'll have to respond to this one. It'll be funny, and we'll see if he does a good job. So, I mean, I guess let's just start watching.
Jar, 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 jar.
Yeah, I just think a lot of these guys are just huge, like, attention seekers, and it's not really worth justifying or dignifying a response on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I got bored of talking about Nick directly. I've done 3 videos on him, and he didn't respond to any of them. Luckily, Nick has some sweepers of his own. Yes, Ethan Klein's biggest sweeper has a sweeper of his own. It's like Sweepception. Let's see if one of them responds to Just a Muhammad.
Jar's autistic humor does make me chuckle sometimes, unfortunately.
I'm gonna fly some planes into a couple buildings in Manhattan.
Is this a rocker song? Is this a rocker song? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Osama, run tell Obama, I'm your fucking uncle.
Yes, I converted from Judaism to
Dude, that's hate. That's hate.
Islam. I love the religion. It has a section on how you can beat your wife, that you can have multiple wives, and the religion is centered around defending a so I just knew it was the perfect religion.
Rocker song's so bad, yes, but it's kind of got soul. And Jar referencing it definitely has soul.
Islam. I love the religion. It has a section on how you can beat your wife, that you can have multiple wives, and the religion is centered around defending a so I just knew it was the perfect religion for me.
This guy's awesome. This is just funny. I legit don't know how you can hate this guy.
I love the religion. It has a section on how you can beat your wife, that you can have multiple wives, and the religion is centered around defending a so I just knew it was the perfect religion for me.
My fellow Americans, I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end.
Beckett has been committing haram lately, and I found a pattern of behavior that Allah told me I couldn't ignore. From sweeping for his friends to lying to throwing innocent people under the bus, we will be going over all of it. Let's start with the Kuiman call. For context, Paige Christie, the black woman with pink hair, DM'd Nick trying to show him how Ethan Klein is suing Redditors for bullshit reasons. Nick lied, saying that he can only cover this once the information came out first. The problem is, the information is already public. It's in Paige Christie's video. So Nick just covered it a little bit till he realized it would be too hard to sweep up, and immediately stopped watching the video.
I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
Paige showed that H3 wasn't just striking full re-uploads of his
I think I need to listen to that again. I'm gonna try and be super critical here, because this is gonna be repeating basically stuff that I think. Is that accurate?
Throwing innocent people under the bus, we will be going over all of it. Let's start with the Kuiman call. For context, Paige Christie, the black woman with pink hair, DM'd Nick trying to show him how Ethan Klein is suing Redditors for bullshit reasons. Nick lied, saying that he can only cover this once the information came out first. The problem is, the information is already public. It's in Paige Christie's video. So Nick just covered it a little bit till he realized it would be too hard to sweep up, and immediately stopped watching.
Yeah, I don't remember, like, 100% precisely exactly how all those segments panned out. I think that's accurate.
Watching the video.
I am shocked. Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
Paige showed that H3 wasn't just striking full re-uploads of his content, but also little short clips as well. The Reddit thread now has been taken down due to all the legal threats. Now, striking down re-uploads of your content is understandable and reasonable due to all the legal threats. Now, striking down re-uploads of your content is understandable and reasonable, but trying to take down short re-uploaded clips of your content is haram. Nick supported this because they were really mean about him on there.
I think that's the basest part. Like, that's the best part of this, is that he scared a bunch of Redditors into shitting themselves and shutting an entire subreddit down. Absolutely. Go type in on H3 Snark and go read what they wrote about Deorio and tell me how much I should feel bad for them that these little fucking rat fucks had to sit and cry and get scared for the night where they thought the big mean Ethan Klein lawsuit was going to be in the mail the next day. I think that, honestly, it should be make vocal unhinged fans scared again. Should be like the 2025 motto. Holy shit. I'm the verdict is out on whether I would defend these people. If Ethan went ahead and sued them, I would need to see that on the actual thing. But holy fuck, dude, do I think they deserve to shudder in fear for a night? That'd be very funny.
Full well that they would be scared into submission. You also posted about that on your Instagram story.
Dude, the debate clip too.
An anonymous Redditor.
Were they sharing his paywalled content? The point that Ethan makes is that they were posting stuff like, hey, don't give this...
Nick, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You were a lot...
Yo, Septic, thank you for the £20 super sticker of the Hippo character going epic fail. Thank you.
meaner to me than they were to you. But I'm not gonna strike any of your videos because I'm not a fucking pussy. Nick really slipped up here by saying that the clips aren't there, meaning that he did click on that Reddit link, the very link that Paige Christie sent him. So he knows exactly what's going on, but he's still gonna sweep for Ethan Klein. Nick has all the information that H3 is making false DMCA strikes, and he's still acting like it doesn't exist because he's a big fat liar. Needless to say, this pissed a lot of people off and they wanted Beckett to cover it. After all, making a few false DMCA strikes alongside a few legitimate ones is still wrong, and it's a big no-no in the commentary community. Just because you have consensual sex with 2 people out of 5, it doesn't mean you didn't rape 3 of them. Some of you might say that it is Ethan's content so he can do what he wants with it, but the thing is, Ethan said people could use his content. Probably the most generous thing a Jew—
Yeah. Okay, I mean, Jar's got basically all the points here, I think. Maybe it'd be good to have the clip of Ethan to opening up his IP, but I mean, this is fine.
Whoever did. But like with most free things Jews do, Ethan went back on it when it was convenient for him. It's so sad that it only takes a few minutes of research to realize that the publicly available info debunks what H3 is saying he's doing. But most of you didn't know about that until now because the commentary community has been sweeping it under the rug. Nick tried to compare people wanting him to talk about this Redditor DMCA stuff to defending CP.
Freedom of speech. Dude, this is the best part. The best part of being a freedom of speech enthusiast is that I'm not a freedom of speech absolutist. Every freedom of speech absolutist gets canceled because they start debating fucking like child porn or something on social media. Have you noticed this? Everyone who calls himself a free speech absolutist has some weird CP conversation on social media.
That is the oddest comparison I think I've ever heard in my life. No cap. I understand this is the drama community, people will call each other pedos for the smallest of reasons, but it's absolutely haram to say that people wanting you to stand by
you constantly just copy Jar points? Well, they're so good. Well, these arguments are just so good, how could I help myself?
Principles about being against false DMCA strikes are pedos. Yeah, people ain't slandering Nick by saying he's sweeping this under the rug because he's literally saying that's what he's doing.
To let him know.
Oh, you just added in Malcolm, okay.
About it. As you can see on the...
Okay, let's see. It was, hi, just leaving you a tip here. Ethan Klein has been abusing the copyright system despite his history of fighting for fair use. Well, now it seems like he's been targeting things that were supposed to be market replacements.
Well, of course it seems that way. That's the narrative Ethan Klein has been spoon-feeding Nicholas Deorio. And with how fat he is, you know that guy likes to be spoon-fed. That's exactly why Paige Christie reached out to you, so she can explain to you why Ethan Klein is lying. Unfortunately for Paige Christie, Nick already knew that Ethan is lying. He's not a big dummy who's being tricked, he's an actively malicious liar, who's also a big dummy.
The rumor was he was striking people who were doing market replacement type content where it's like intentionally pushing views away from original content. So that was all that I'd said. Was if that's the case, that's probably, like, fine. No, he's not. I'd say that would be fair also, but that's not what he's doing.
Well, that is what the rumor was, but 9 times out of 10, the rumor is false. Nick knows this, and by the off chance he didn't know it, now he's been made aware, and he's still covering things up. So what's his response to Paige Christie telling him this? Well, obviously, he makes a whataboutism argument.
I'd say that would be fair also, but that's not what he's doing. I have a question. So what is Paige Christie's current position on the Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron lawsuits? Are we going to maintain this position? I'm just curious because I feel like mine's fairly consistent. Are we going to maintain this position?
He has no response.
That would be fair also. I'm just wondering.
Doesn't matter, we're not talking about those lawsuits right now. We're talking about the ones that involve the Redditors. Nick doesn't investigate what's happening or look into things deeper because he already knows the answer. What he does is deflect and attack Paige Christie. Later on in a separate video, Nick made the claim that if Ethan Klein was striking just little re-uploaded clips of his content, that he would be against it.
We don't know.
Obviously I agree with all this. I mean, this is all, I think it's all a pretty accurate summary. I don't really have any, I don't know what to say, you know? These are my arguments. Charles said as much. So I'm just sort of sitting here nodding. Yeah, I think that's what I would say.
For a matter of fact that it was Mike, it's just most likely Mike, because I had to explain this last time. People don't seem to understand it. Twitch streamers have been DMCAing streamable links and Reddit posts for like a decade. It was extremely common for them to be striking clips. And no, it's not cool. We didn't think it was cool when Dark Viper struck the clip of him getting mad at Among Us. When you're just doing 30-second clips, 40-second clips. And if that was what Ethan was striking down, if they weren't supposed to be market substitutes for segments like, don't give the stream the view, watch it here. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of shitty. That's kind of cringy. But none of these people operate in the same... none of these people operate in, like, the same world, I guess.
Well, that's exactly what's happening, and you don't seem to be against it. It seems like Nick doesn't stand by his principles, and that's haram. People like me, the Muslims, actually stand by our principles, and that's why we're the fastest growing religion in the world. Yeah, bitch! In all seriousness, this is quite literally the definition of a lie by omission. Nick knows something, but he's pretending not to know it. Plausible deniability can only take you so far. But Joe, I thought this video was about Beckett. I mean, after all, that's what the thumbnail and title advertised to me, or why you keep going on about Nick? Well, you see, this is all of the stuff that Kuiman confronted Beckett about. The proof that Nicholas Deorio is blatantly lying, blatantly sweeping is right in front of Beckett's face, and like a spineless moron with no opinions of his own, Beckett will still paint Nick in the most charitable light he can. He told people he didn't want to get involved and started spurting out on Twitter. I love it when drama channels say they don't care about something, only to never shut up about it. I've been observing this for years in the commentary community now, so I think it's safe to say that the phrase I don't care means I care a lot. It's kind of like how the word literally now means figuratively. Literally.
Death to America and butter sauce.
Before we get into what Beckett had to say about all of this, I just want you all to know that I really hate going over live streamers' content. They're so long, there's so many, let's see here, that I have to edit out so it's entertaining for you guys to watch. And I have a busy schedule. I have to pray 5 times a day. So if anyone wants to say, wait a second, I saw this section of Beckett's video, and your version is a lot shorter, did you take things out of context? The only things I took out were the ums, buts, and especially the long sections of dead air. If you're someone who actually watches live streams, I have 2 questions for you. How much free time do you have on your hands? And
yeah, guys, ignore this. Guys, ignore this. Guys, ignore this. It's a bad argument. Ignore this.
Have you ever heard of content that is actually, you know, good?
This appeared in the court documents. This is what we're talking about. So, there is the members-only thing. Let's just look at the court documents for a second. So what we're talking about here, and this is my position on this shit, by the way, okay? I'm not even talking about Nick's position, and why my reaction to this is not outraged, abjected horror. Because as far as I was aware, there was DMCA takedown stuff noted in this court document towards the H3 fucking snark subreddit for...
Yeah, maybe people watch live streams as background content. That's the reality. Yeah, like, very few people actively watch live streams, like sit there and watch a live stream like they watch a movie.
Forever. This doesn't shock me. My position on all this is you shouldn't be doing this from the beginning. Containment, a complete version of TEI's video, H3 podcast, which was members only content. Everything else here, the argument I believe, and I understand to be, that Ethan said was completely fair to put up and like people could react to. Which is like, firstly, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't care about members' content. All of this should be fair game in my view.
Oh, golly gee willikers, did you hear that, everybody? Beckett says he doesn't care, but he's talking about it for some reason.
Beckett absolutely should care about this because it can have effects on the entire commentary ecosystem. And if all of it should be fair game in your view, Beckett, then you should, you know, condemn the action, and also condemn Nicholas Deorio for defending it. Also, as I went over previously in this video, it's not just him striking re-uploads of his content or his streams. It's also him striking short little clips of his videos. If there's anyone who should be scared of fair use being under attack on YouTube, it's fucking streamers. You guys will play long clips of other people's content while adding barely any commentary.
That's me.
Beckett proceeds to play several more clips of Nick's content that we already went over. While he's not saying anything at all, it takes him several minutes before he condemns one point. And of course, his criticism is delivered with the biggest kid gloves you can get.
The verdict is out on whether I would defend these people. If Ethan went ahead and sued them, I would need to see that on the actual thing. But holy fuck, dude, do I think they deserve to shudder in fear for a night? That'd be very funny.
Full well.
Okay. I think this is a bit of an unhinged comment. I get it to some extent. I have a basic thing of don't go after chatters. I think it's cringe when anyone fucking does it. I don't think anybody should give a fuck what a Reddit is thinking at all.
I get what he's saying, but I completely disagree with everything he said. Beckett, if you disagree with what Nick's saying, then disavow this fucking fat pig.
I don't think, demanding disavowal is really what it's about, Just actually describe what's happening. Becky goes I don't want to say lie. I don't want to say it's a lie.
Pig, I am very dirty and should not be touched by humans.
Is that I'm not a freedom of speech absolutist. Every freedom of speech absolutist gets canceled because they start debating fucking child porn or something on social.
He was messaged in Jan 2025. But was he told what was... Okay, so he's told by Paige Christie in Jan 2025, then it's just clips, right? But Ethan's argument, and indeed what Deorio is pointing to in the lawsuit, is this, which from Deorio's position is this is fair to take down.
No, that is not the fat pigs or the Jews argument. They're trying to make you believe that Ethan Klein is just striking down re-uploads of his content, but he's also striking down short clips. Beckett, if I have consent to shake one woman's hand, that doesn't give me the right to shake your girlfriend's hand without consent. By the way, you really should put a hijab on her. Look what she's wearing. She's begging for it. There's 5 other DMCAs, buddy. Don't just focus on the one you can defend. That is dishonest as fuck. And by the off chance that Beckett is just being ignorant, his chat is desperately trying to correct him on this. But he's just going to ignore it and make himself look like even more of an infidel.
Until I see the full lawsuit of what's in it, I'm not making a full judgment. Now, I assume, from Deorio's position, he'd defend this, and he's leaving himself open not to defend this.
Oh my god, I was being way too charitable before. He does know what's going on. There's a bunch of DMCAs. Nicholas will defend the one that he can defend, while ignoring all the other ones. Sure. This is literally the definition of a lie by omission, and Beckett is just acting like it's no big deal.
As well, about one position of...
Don't ever chew on your vape, kids, because if you do, it will open up a gap in your bite that will produce
you're trying to kill this
whenever you
kid.
say a word with an S in it.
You're legit trying to kill it. This guy's half your age and you're treating him like this. Thank you for the $10, generally. Huge appreciated.
About this, and this is one of the reasons that I am getting fucking annoyed. I want to be super clear of why I'm not getting annoyed, but I am getting frustrated. Because my position, and where I'm going to land on an emotional level, is I don't view these as particularly fucking different.
My fucking god. I'm getting so frustrated. Do you know why? Because Nick is sweeping for some of it, but I think it's all bad. By that logic, Beckett should be even more against Nicholas Deorio than most people are. I see why this guy is friends with Gilded Pooh now, because this is the most bullshit defense I've ever heard in my life. Beckett, the one thing Nicholas is defending is actually defensible. Him ignoring everything else means that he's lying by omission. You saying, well, I think the whole thing is just dumb and petty, doesn't make Nick look better in any way. The reason why Beckett says that he doesn't care, that he doesn't want to get involved, is precisely because he does care, but he's too stupid to sweep properly.
So, that's where I'm coming from with my general take on this. I just want to be hyper clear, because I feel like now I have to be. I think all the fucking takedowns and the lawsuits are bad for the ecosystem. That is my consistent position. It has been on all this stuff. I tweeted this out immediately when the lawsuits dropped in fucking June.
Wow, golly gee willikers, that's a really good reason to condemn Nicholas Deorio. But you're still not doing it for some reason. Yeah, I think all of these lawsuits are stupid.
Again, it's just
and
not
I think
about...
it's bad for the ecosystem. But I don't care about it. I don't want to get
to me, it's just not about condemning or anything like that, to me,
involved. There's maybe...
So just point out the behavior, be honest about the behavior, but Beckett doesn't do that.
Haram for me to say, but Allah did make a mistake. He made this guy.
No, realistically, my principal says that, I might not agree with this lawsuit. My principal doesn't say I have to defend people who are completely fucking slandering me. It just means I'd abstain from the conversation if I don't support it. That's where I would stand on it. Yeah, I don't know. I think these people deserve to sweat. Just my opinion.
Again, that's his position. I disagree with it. I think you defend people even if you disagree with them, even if you fucking hate them, because it's a wider thing within the ecosystem.
I love how Nicholas said something unhinged, something that Beckett completely disagrees with, and all Beckett has to say about Nick is,
I disagree with this.
Now granted, he goes on a long tirade about why he disagrees with this, but he's only condemning the action, not Nick himself. Also, he brings up I Love Kim Possible a lot in Jeremy.
If somebody struck Jeremy, I would defend Jeremy. When the KP stuff happened, I said, do not strike KP. I am fully within my bounds to, like, go and strike KP's archival channel. I'm not doing it.
I love how the complaint about me bringing up past dramas too often originated from Beckett, yet he's doing the exact same thing. What the fuck does I Love Kim Possible a lot have to do with this drama? This is the main difference between Nick and Beckett. Nick is actually really subtle with the way he
stand-up guy.
Beckett on...
I would hypothetically defend this part. Okay, well, why aren't you doing it in this clear instance where you're seeing it, you know, right in front of you? Why are you not calling out the people going after and lying about this person? Or these people, rather. There's multiple people being sued and DMCA'd.
On the other hand, is constantly called out for sweeping because he does it so obviously. Nick will neglect to cover things and say things like, well, yeah, if H3 was doing that, it would be kind of bad or kind of cringy. Beckett will actually cover bad things his friends do, say that the action is bad and cringy, but not condemn the person for doing it. Exhibit A.
I disagree with this position, but again, that's his position. It's publicly stated.
Guys, I do disagree with the position, but it is Nick's position. What the iblis am I even watching right now?
He's literally telling you he's dodging the story. He sent the evidence of this stuff and he wouldn't support and is avoiding the evidence while saying that's what he'd do. But he was waiting for the lawsuits to come out. This is like May. This is before the lawsuits are there. And Ethan saying what he's striking is this. Like, okay, unless I'm missing a clip somewhere of Ethan saying, yes, I took down the clips. I understand why a YouTube creator would mind this. It could open the floodgates. Yes, which is my consistent position.
Beckett, people are not asking for what your position on DMCAs are. Congratulations, you have the correct opinion. Good on you, mate. Now condemn Nick and Ethan Klein for having the fucking
bad British accent set me off.
Wrong opinion on it, you dipshit! This is the weirdest sweeping I've ever seen in my life. Hey, your friend is murdering someone over there. Well, I think murder is wrong. This is a dishonest lying tactic that Beckett constantly does in his streams. When people ask Beckett for his opinion on something specific, he'll respond with a general opinion. Just a Muhammad, you stole that argument from Kuiman. Well, to that I have to say, I think stealing arguments from other YouTubers is haram. Beckett is constantly repeating that he disagrees with the DMCAs to make it look like he's giving his stance on this when he's actually not, because the question is about what Nick is doing, not what Beckett's opinion is.
Problem solved, guys. There you go. He didn't steal this from me. That would be haram.
On it. Speaking of Kuiman, he comes on stream and starts pressing Beckett on his opinion. Now, of course, Beckett doesn't have opinions, so he starts freaking out.
Yo.
Okay, Beckett, what are you not getting here? There are strikes, DMCA strikes, and then there are lawsuits. Hassan says suing Redditors. He means strikes. He's talking about the strikes.
Right, okay.
He said you filed frivolous lawsuits. He means false DMCA strikes. Ethan knows that's what he means. He engages on that basis. That's what they end up talking about. Okay. Nick knows that's what's being said. He engages with that and says that it's about members-only content being struck. Nick says, as far as the lawsuits, I'd have to see what comes in there. So disregard the lawsuits. I don't know why you're saying he has to wait for the lawsuits for his take. No, he doesn't. That's separate to the DMCA strikes. So why do you keep saying that?
Because that's not how it sounds to me. What it sounds like to me...
How is that not the case?
Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
The problem Beckett has right here is that he's dog shit at live debates. He only argues with autistic people who are currently getting canceled, so they're in an emotionally vulnerable state. And yes, I'm not going to say his name, but we all know who Beckett learned this behavior from. Unfortunately for Beckett, not only is he going up against someone...
Does he mean Nick, or does he mean Augie? Augie doesn't do that. It must be Nick.
Who isn't completely mentally retarded, but also someone who's a live streamer, who's used to doing a lot of debates. Bro's opening counter argument was, well, it doesn't look that way to me. He literally just admitted to being a dipshit.
Of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
Who doesn't know what he's talking about. Also, whenever Beckett goes, fine, it's fine. It's clearly a nervous tick he has when he knows someone is pushing
the debate I had with Becky about Lio isn't archived properly, I don't think. It's so fucking annoying.
him on his bullshit, but he's too dishonest to admit he's at fault.
What it sounds like to me is Nick saying, okay, well, if he's going after them for, like, the members-only content, which is Ethan's argument, they're talking about the lawsuit. I agree with you. Hassan means the strikes.
You're not, no, you're rambling. Explain how that's not the case, Beckett. Explain how the lawsuit and the DMCAs are not...
But aren't the DMCAs the things you just sent me listed in the lawsuit?
Yes, they are referenced in the lawsuit.
Okay, but... Okay. But
the DMCAs happened far before the lawsuit, and all the information about the DMCAs was public far before the lawsuit.
What do you mean by public? It's like... Okay.
It was public. It was all public. The legal letters were all public. They'd been posted everywhere.
Can you send me a copy? I don't know the story, so please send me the copy, okay?
I keep laying this out to you, Beckett. This is why I'm getting frustrated.
Kuiman is being so charitable and patient with Beckett right now. Bro doesn't even...
That's one interpretation. That's one interpretation.
I don't know the story, so please send me the copy, okay?
I keep laying this out to you, Beckett. This is why I'm getting frustrated.
Kuiman is being so charitable and patient with Beckett right now. Bro doesn't even know about the public information about the Reddit DMCAs that is already public. And he doesn't know about them because he's just getting this information from Nick's video, but he's still going to talk about the situation despite not knowing what's actually going on because he's a dumbass. Nick is way smarter than this ginger.
I don't know if that's fair, you know. I feel like it was fine for him to look into this stuff live. Again, the thing I have an issue with is just him. The shit that he did in that live debate too. It's like, oh, we'll call it abuse. Oh, we'll call it a lie. You know, that's my fucking problem with him.
He would never get into a call with Kuiman or Chud Logic because he knows they'll press him on his bullshit. Cope and Sweep is desperately looking for a way out of this situation, trying to see if there's a way he can get the upper hand. But Kuiman already knows that he has won, so he goes in for the killing blow. He shows Beckett the public information and then asks him a simple question that even a child could answer.
Yeah, I don't have an original copy.
You don't have the original one, no. Okay. That comment's 25.
Okay.
Totally clear.
Yeah, that's fine.
There. And this is sent to Nick January 2025 or December 2024, maybe.
Okay, give me a second. Yeah, I mean, again.
I want you to answer this question, Beckett.
Sure.
Is it a lie for Nick, having been presented the evidence, to say as a conditional, oh, well, if he wasn't striking members-only content, I wouldn't support that, but I also just wouldn't cover it. Is it a lie to his audience to imply that he does not have that information, that he cannot make that verdict yet?
Gotcha, bitch!
Okay, I want to be really... I want to re-listen to this.
I did not edit that in. That's how long it...
I'm glad that clip's getting play. I do like this clip. Cover it. Oh, well, if he wasn't striking members-only content, I wouldn't support that, but I also just wouldn't cover it. Is it a lie to his audience to imply that he does not have that information, that he cannot make that verdict yet?
Gotcha, bitch!
Okay, I want to be really... I want to re-listen to this.
I did not edit that in. That's how long his pause was. He was asked a very specific question, he knew the answer to it, but he couldn't say it because that would involve condemning Nick. You can literally hear his thought process during this long pause. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Oh, I know, I'll pull a Jordan Peterson and ask for more clarification. Maybe this will buy me enough time to get out of this. The first plane has hit the tower, everyone, but don't worry, the second one is coming.
I want to be really clear.
Okay. Just answer the question by the end of the segment. Watch both the videos, okay?
Sure.
I'll let you get back to it.
That's fine.
Okay, sure.
Okay, because I want to be really clear. If Deorio is misleading the audience on this, then that deserves to be, like, noted and called out. That's fine.
See what I mean? It is a nervous tick. That's fine. It's fine. Fine. That doesn't just deserve to be noted and called out. That deserves to be noted and called out by you. This is precisely why people call you a sweeper, Becky boy. We all know what Beckett's true opinion is on this, but he doesn't want to share it because his videos are made by committee. I'm joking, of course. His videos are made by a dictatorship, and Nick is the dictator. He wouldn't want to say...
Okay, I don't think that's true. I think that's an unfair characterization, but hey. I think it's mostly a joke.
Anything that would make the Don upset, now would he? This guy is so pussy-whipped that his argument literally is, if Nick is deliberately lying to his audience, then I guess that's fine to call out.
You know, Becky, you know, does his own thing for the most part. He's not like a Deorio orbiter or some shit. He sort of knows him, and obviously, you know, he's a bit of a people pleaser and never wants to upset his connections, especially his big connections. But it's the way he is.
Woo. So Kuiman leaves the call and Beckett goes right back to being a dishonest sweeper. There are way too many clips to cover and this video is already long enough. I gotta pray 5 times a day after all, so I'm only gonna cover a couple of them.
Don't give this a click on Ethan's channel. Here's a re-upload. And those were the things he had DMCA'd. That's his argument. But again, I have not seen this stuff. I don't know the nature of the lawsuit. The clips aren't there. I don't know how long they are. I can't make any pro or against Ethan.
I don't think the DMCA was even registered in Nick's head. I mean, there's a bit of mind reading here. Okay, sure. At the very least, he should have been fucking aware of it. Because this is content he is covering and has covered in detail. I've done this with other people as well. I think lying is a really high bar.
He thinks lying is a really high bar. Bookmark that for later, people. It will become very important. But even if you want to give the most charitable take and say, oh, Nick is just being ignorant, he's talking about stuff he doesn't know about. Well, now several people have made him aware of it and he's not correcting things, which still makes him a liar.
People like me allegedly posted a 1.5-minute long clip.
This video is basically just a Kuiman stream, but oh well. I mean, it makes my job easier. Gives me an easy night.
On reddit.com. Lamau, you have to be kidding me.
Not complaining here.
Okay. I remember bits about this conversation and people being like, oh, well, you know, the H3 snarkers are getting what they get because he's going after them. Didn't people, like, call this out as well?
This is literally, you know, the lawsuit stuff that happened.
So this is like the early conversation that was happening. At this point in July, Deorio should know that there was other stuff that was going on with the DMCAs on Reddit, which was for clips. You'd think, like, again, like he'd been covering a load of this stuff. So it is a bit of a diversion. At the very least.
Did Beckett call this out? No, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know me and Nick should have called this out, but, you know, it's not new, it's really old, so we don't need to anymore.
If Beckett ever calls me out for anything I've done in my past, just tell him it's not even new.
Josh
Beckett
just
goes
edited
about...
on, like, I don't think that's even, like, from my stream. I think Jar has just edited on people's reactions throughout this. He puts, like, Sleepy on, he put Aiden on, he put Parry on.
A lot of other stuff, and I'm not going to cover it because not only do I not know what he's saying, I don't even think he knows what he's saying. It is the most bizarre word salad I've ever heard in my entire life. No turban. Ah, yes, at the very least, it's just a diversion. Well, why would someone do that? It's almost like they're trying to cover something up, also known as a fucking lie. I also really love how he says at the very least at the end, yeah, no shit, it is the very least. And you're doing the very least because you're trying to sweep for him. If you're watching at this point in the video, please comment with the timestamp of this point in the video, who do you think is handling the other person with bigger kid gloves? Is it Nick handling H3, or is it Beckett handling Nick? Because personally, I think Beckett has the bigger kid gloves of the two. Kuiman is witnessing all all of this, by the way, so he comes back on stream to make the second plane hit the towers.
Let me pitch a hypothetical to you, Beckett.
Sure,
okay, it's a rape hypothetical. So this is like classic debate stuff.
Love it.
So, Meryl rapes 2 women. Okay, one is 18, one's actually a girl, one's not a woman, one's 15. Okay, and you say to me, Meryl raped a child, and I say, no, the rumor is that Meryl raped an adult, and you put her ID in front of my face, and you say, no, she was 15. I say, no, the rumor is she was 18. Am I lying?
Gotcha, bitch!
No, you're certainly sweeping.
Dudes.
Kuiman literally just gave Beckett the most clear example of a lie by omission. Beckett pauses to think of a response. He thinks of a way to sweep for Nick, but also to make Kuiman happy. So he responds with, no, but you're certainly sweeping. He's still defending Nick by not calling him a liar, but he's also making Kuiman happy by calling Nick a sweeper. This is such a fence-sitting non-opinion that it would make Boogie2988 blush. This also retroactively proves that Beckett is a liar because he knows something not to be true, but he's still not covering it. If you try to confront Beckett about this, he'll just say, I'm not lying, but I'm certainly sweeping. Beckett, I know you're watching this video, just say fucking yes. Beckett even had a pretty easy out here. He could have said, well, yes, I do agree that that's a lie by omission, but I don't think that's what Nick is doing. I think he's just misinformed on things. But he's been shown too much evidence and admitted to too many things that he can't say that anymore. He is completely and utterly trapped, and I just don't know why he's still going with this. Beckett's not even admitting to something he did wrong. He's lying on behalf of Nick. The fact that Beckett can't admit to this one little thing proves that he's not engaging honestly. And if he's being dishonest about this, what else is he being dishonest about?
You're sweeping. You don't think that's lying?
Well, it
when
depends.
the evidence
It's crazy.
is in front of you,
Okay,
and you say it's not the case.
Yeah, no. The way you phrase this is like the way, like it's the rumor is she's an adult. Like these aren't the same things. We're not talking
What does Nick
about.
say?
It'd
be funny if
what
Beckett watches. Yeah, I hope he does. What does Nick say there? Nick says the rumor was he knows Paige Christie has sent him a Reddit link that links to all the evidence.
Which it doesn't appear that he responded to or
looking
fucking
at
read.
it. I'm going to do a shill as well, guys. We're about an hour in. Guys, that was a great time to remind you, if you're one of the 375 watching, one of the 340 or so haven't liked the stream just yet, please move your cursor to thumbs up and click it, or press the thumbs up on your mobile device. Either be huge appreciated. If you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through a Stream Moments link in the pin chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat, which will highlight your message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat. That'll describe it to you. You go to discord.gg/Kuiman, twitter.com/Kuiman, or reddit.com/r/Kuiman. Also, I'll link Jar's video as well while we're shilling. There you go. Let's go and support Jar's video. No, he did respond to. He did.
No, he responded to it with one message and said, if it's for market replacement, that's based. And then Paige sent two more messages.
What exactly happens here? What is he replying to when he says that, Beckett?
He's responding to Paige Christie sending the Reddit link.
Yes.
So he's not Reddit. He's not Reddit at the time that he responds to Paige.
Beckett, no. Listen to what he says in this segment again, Beckett. He says he actually did look at the Reddit page, but he didn't believe it because it was on Snark. Then, what else does he say? He says, I was waiting to give my take when the lawsuits came out, and the lawsuits for that. What's in the lawsuits, Beckett?
As we've discussed, there's reference for the DMCA.
It has a list of the DMCAs, and yet Nick is still pretending that he doesn't know that they're not members' content.
Yeah, sure, and he should focus on that and be like, yes,
no. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not focus on, no. To pretend that you don't know when you do is to lie. Yes?
Gotcha, bitch!
I don't want to attribute to Deorio that he is lying about this. I don't.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Because, like,
I know why you don't as well.
No, hold on. I don't.
Oh my god.
Look, I don't think it makes that much of a fucking difference. On the other extreme, he is saying, I don't know if I'd provide these people with
it doesn't make a difference anymore, Beckett, because you've just, I've just worked you down into a corner. You've embarrassed yourself
look,
by trying to defend this. Hold on.
Hold on.
As good as a concession as I can get, you might as well have just said it.
I'm trying to engage with this as honestly as possible. That, like, Ethan had gone. I feel like this isn't new information. I feel like there was a pretty public discussion on all of these fucking streams.
About what?
About the fact that Ethan was going after the H3 snarkers and wanted the names of the mods and therefore was utilizing
and the lie that has been told is that it was members' content or full re-upload mirrors to siphon views, and that is a lie.
Bro, I thought, to be fair, I thought Ethan was suing them for defamation at one point.
Okay, two things. One, Beckett, if it doesn't matter, you wouldn't be arguing and lying this hard about it. And two, Beckett really slipped up by saying that last part. He just admitted that he's trying to be honest as possible. Most people don't try to be honest, they just are. Most people try to lie. This guy lies so much that he actually has to put effort in to being honest. And lying is a great sin in the eyes of Allah. Now, I'll be charitable here. Beckett, if you're watching this video, please explain to me in the audience what the fuck you meant by that. Beckett continues to spurg out, saying things like, I just think the accusation of lying is such a high bar. And then for the second time, he falls back on the, this isn't even new argument.
Okay, well, you've got no idea what's going on, clearly, Beckett. That's fine. I'm telling you, Nick, I'm literally showing you the evidence right now that Nick was sent the evidence of the strikes December 2024, January 2025. Paige Christie's video release is January 2025. In the debate, what is it, May? It's brought up. Nick still pretends not to know then. So, you could maybe give him benefit of the doubt, say that maybe he didn't look at it back then or something. The lawsuits weren't out yet, so it wasn't confirmed. But then past that debate, lawsuits come out. It's referenced in there. It's absolutely confirmed that the stuff in that Snark thread is absolutely true. He then reviews the Paige Christie videos to be ignorant. That's a lie, Beckett.
Okay. I would say at the very least,
I did refresh.
I don't like using the word lie.
Yeah, at the very least.
At the very least, he's obfuscating. It's fine.
At the very least. Beckett.
Man,
it's a lie.
Count.
He's been sent the evidence. He's acknowledged
He
the
doesn't
evidence.
prompt
He's
people
replied
on
to it.
screen,
He says
so
in
people
this
are less
clip
incentivized.
that he's read the Reddit thread and he just didn't.
Wow,
Yeah,
totally
he was
irrelevant
still
to
in
this
the
Paige Christie stuff.
To be fair, Kuiman, I am an idiot and I don't know what's going on. That's great and all, Beckett, but my question is not about what you want. My question is Nick lying or not? This dude is a bigger snake than the one in the Garden of Eden. Yes, Muslims do believe in that story too. Beckett continues to spurg out more and more because he realizes he's been caught red-handed, which is pretty fitting because he's a ginger.
He's a ginger! He's a ginger!
I'm saying you will always find a way to avoid that final step, the obvious conclusion that logically follows that is actually damaging. That is what you avoid. You will go, oh yeah, you should have done that. Oh, he fucked that up. You will do that. You will never say lied. You will never say.
Hold on, I do. Okay.
A specific.
Sure. There is. Okay.
Application of malice.
Okay. Sure. Yes.
Case closed. Beckett just admitted to it. He said yes and sure to Kuiman pointing out that Beckett will never condemn what his friends do. It only took several minutes of arguing for him to realize that. His excuse is, oh, I'm just really charitable with people. No, you're charitable with your friends, not your enemies. But do I have any evidence for this allegation? Come on, everyone. I'm Muslim. We have evidence for everything. Let's play the next clip.
I did this with KD. I did this with Emmy for the Saberspark stuff. I've done this.
I'm pretty sure I've heard you throw around other people lying.
Is this real Jar? Is this real Jar? No, it's not. Oh, that's just a retard. I didn't read.
My next hit piece is on Chud logic. Didn't he already do a Chud one? Am I crazy? I don't think he kind of sided with Chud, right? He kind of sided with Chud in the Nick Tom thing. Jar Chud hit piece would go crazy. From a Muslim perspective too, that would be crazy. You know, you went pretty hard on Falgi too, in the end.
Yeah, well, at that point, I had a fucking ton of evidence and stuff that had been personally done to me.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I spotted several big mistakes. Let's watch my favorite part again, shall we?
And stuff that had been personally done to me.
Oh no, Beckett just said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, I was charitable with Falgi because he was my friend, but then I found out he did bad stuff to me personally, so that made me realize he was my enemy, so I stopped being charitable with him.
Yeah, there's this system Beckett has along with all of his friends. They will all talk about how charitable
Willie
Beckett
Mac
is.
next.
In return,
That's
he's
awesome.
charitable to them when they fuck up. And when he goes after one of their enemies, people witness just how angry and pissed off Beckett is. This must mean something because this is the good old charitable Beckett after all. Not gonna lie, it's a great system. The problem is Beckett is an idiot. Kuiman could have gone a lot harder at Beckett, but because he's semi-friendly with the guy, he went easy on him. Now some of you might say, come on Jar, we've seen all of this stuff already in Kuiman's video. The difference between me and Kuiman is that Beckett can ignore Kuiman. He can't ignore me. People are gonna constantly ask him to respond to this.
Come on, Jar, why do you gotta keep
I mean, he
poking
didn't
the
ignore
bear?
me. That's the thing. Becky doesn't ignore me. You know, if I want to talk to Becky about something, generally we'll just do it. You know, I mean, he did that. We spoke about it. He covered it. Was he being a bitch? Yeah, but we love him. We love him.
You're reviving your own drama at this rate. Beckett was ignoring you, and now he's gonna have to talk about you again.
Well, guess what? I was originally going to end the video here, but while I was working on it, Beckett just had to talk shit about me on stream again. Now, I'm not subscribed to Beckett, but I am subscribed to Kuiman, and he was not too happy about some of the shit Beckett said.
No, listen. Here is the ground rule. Here is the ground rule. Everyone in every drama, including the people covering it, suck. We're all awful. We're all terrible fucking people. Don't root for anyone.
Oh my god! That's the most nothing point I've ever heard in my life! I know Beckett is trying to sound cool, but he's only saying this because Ethan Klein is finally starting to lose. Retroactively making Nicholas Deorio start to lose. Retroactively making him start to lose. I've always heard of the saying the blind leading the blind, but now I truly get it. Beckett starts spurging out about Boogie2988. Yes, he's doing this in mid-2026. And then completely out of nowhere, he starts talking about me.
It's not entertaining to me to watch somebody who is a genuine piece of shit larp about being a piece of... It's like Jar, actually.
Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. I was saying about Becky shit-talking or talking down to Jar or whatever, despite Jar being the exact sort of guy that he usually hangs out with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I was referencing. It was whatever he was saying here.
It's like Jar. There's a reason I don't watch Jar videos, because it is insufferable watching Jar like larp about his dramas, like he's somehow now getting a win over people.
Oh, really, Beckett? I'm LARPing like I'm getting a win over people? Like who? Do you got any examples? No, of course you don't. Yeah, this is another pattern in Beckett's behavior. He loves to make points without providing any examples to prove them. I'm not doing that to multiple people. The only singular person I'm kind of doing that to is Nicholas Deorio. But I'm not LARPing. As soon as I started making videos on him, he shut the fuck up about me fast.
He's just ignoring you, Jar, because you ain't worth his time.
He was still talking about me while I was working on videos about him, and he has made way more videos on me than I've made on him. I even titled my last video Nick is scared of me because I knew he was a pussy and wouldn't respond.
Bro, you're getting like a couple of thousand.
He literally is getting a win over people.
Based in red-pilled Kuiman, he knows what it's all about. But it's not just Kuiman, is it? It's Himpleton, the guy who has tried to pull multiple ops on me. Malcolm, the guy who has the IQ of a baked potato who stole my intro music. Nicholas Deorio, when he saw my Cruel World Happy Mind video, which he only agreed with because I was defending Ethan Klein. Chud Logic, my arch nemesis. And a few others as well. People are enjoying these videos.
And I bet Beckett that if you gave them a chance, you would enjoy them too.
But you can't do that because if you do, your committee will be upset with you.
Fucking views. You're trying to like farm attention from hate communities.
Hate communities? How dare you call the Nation of Islam a hate community? That does it. I'm gonna throw one of your gay friends off a rooftop.
Dude, the Muslim shit is killing me. Holy fuck.
With you.
Fucking views. You're trying to like farm attention from hate communities.
Hate communities? How dare you call the Nation of Islam a hate community? That does it. I'm gonna throw one of your gay friends off a rooftop. In all seriousness though, Beckett, your community is a hate community. So is mine, so is Chud's, so is Kuiman's. That's what drama channels are fucking all about. Just a few minutes ago, you said everybody sucks in drama.
It's absolutely fucking insufferable. Leave Jar alone, man. He's on a roll. Fuck off. No, he's not.
He's so upset by the fact that I'm no longer getting ratioed on every video, that I'm just doing a little bit better in life, and it's causing him grief. I live rent-free in this dude's head.
Who hangs out in random fucking group calls and will do anything for anyone who's even slightly nice to him.
Ah yes, once again, Beckett giving no examples to support his argument. I don't think there's anyone in the world who will do anything for someone if they're nice to them. I know he's being hyperbolic, but this is just, you're nice to people who are nice to you. Yeah, that's fucking most people, dipshit.
Then debunk a single point he's made. Oh my god, Kuiman.
Oh no, Kuiman is about to rape Beckett again.
Great rapist here, I gotta say. Great choices of rapists.
Dude, it's not about the fuck.
Seriously, some great choices of rapists here.
Yeah, that's fucking most people, dipshit.
Name all the rapists?
Then debunk a single point he's made. Oh my god, Kuiman.
Oh no, Kuiman is about to rape Beckett again.
Epstein, Scully. Don't know that one. Tom. Sam High, Jenna, Destiny. Is that Deorio? Cosby. Zat, Basher. Onision. I don't know which one that was. Tay. Carefulls. Yeah, the more I hear about this Peter Scully fella, the less I like him. I gotta say. I don't know who that is. Is that Amos? The Doc? Vosh? Schneider? Drake Bell? Jared Fogle? I don't know. Mr. Girl? Chris Chan? Ralph? Digibro? Yonder? Ezra Miller. I don't know. Pampachi. Jabba. Wait, Jabba a rapist?
Dude, it's not about the fucking Nick videos. I had the same reaction to the, like, whatever it's called.
Yes. Ezra Klein. No. All right, man.
World Happy Mind.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? It's not about the points someone makes? Bro, that's what it mostly should be about. And what do you mean by you had the same reaction to the Cruel World Happy Mind shit? I made one video on her that Nick enjoyed, by the way, and then I moved on with my life. I wasn't doing victory laps about it. One of the big points Beckett likes to say about me is, oh, Jar says he wins every single drama he's in, but all he ever does is pick the winning side, then claims that he won. Beckett, I'd never claimed that I won something like the elimination
I missed one at the end.
To the Cruel World Happy
Mind. Action.
Oh, Cinny Bear. Cinny Bear.
Dude, it's not about the fucking Nick videos. I had the same reaction to the, like, whatever it's called. Cruel World Happy Mind.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? It's not about the points someone makes? Bro, that's what it mostly should be about. And what do you mean by you had the same reaction to the Cruel World Happy Mind shit? I made one video on her that Nick enjoyed, by the way, and then I moved on with my life. I wasn't doing victory laps about it. One of the big points Beckett likes to say about me is, oh, Jar says he wins every single drama he's in, but all he ever does is pick the winning side, then claims that he won. Beckett, I'd never claimed that I won something like the Elimination drama or the Cruel World Happy Mind drama. Those are not my dramas. I'm just a side character at best. I could bring up past dramas as examples, but you'll cry if I do that. So I'll just talk about this drama I'm in right now. Against H3H3, Nick, and the others, I'm not on the winning side. I got Purple Perry Gaming, Malcolm,
Harry Snark,
Chud Logic, and Kuiman. Let's be honest here, the best guy we got is
Snark.
Against people like Sensitive Society, Asmongold, Nicholas Deorio, H3H3, and many others, we don't have the numbers. I intentionally put myself on the losing side because that's what us Muslims do. Yes, everyone, I literally just disproved a negative, and that's because Beckett doesn't make arguments. He just says stuff. If there's anyone who does that, it's Beckett. He only goes after people when they're getting canceled. Even when Nick is doing something objectively wrong, he's too scared to condemn the guy. Like most men who have low self-esteem, Beckett was just projecting.
Just a nightmare with the 20. I was on the H3H3 train at the beginning, but I learned more about copyright. It was clear Ethan was using a lawsuit to bully people who were mean on the internet, which Ethan should know since he's been around for years. He absolutely should.
And Nick should absolutely not sweep for him for 2 years for doing it.
Fuck Jar, he is a miserable piece of shit who is still lying constantly.
Infidel, Muslims do not lie. By the way, if you're wondering how many examples Beckett gives of me lying in this stream, he gives 0. Now I thought lying was a high bar. I mean, after all, despite all the evidence Kuiman gave Beckett, he still wouldn't admit that Nicholas Deorio was lying. But he's more than happy to call me a liar.
Okay, can Becky just go live so I don't have to think about what else to cover tonight?
While giving no examples.
Well, while also, like, fucking throwing his girlfriend on the bus. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Now, my first reaction was, damn it, how did he know? I thought it was funny, but she got pretty upset with me after I pushed her in front of the bus.
Called me a whore and pushed me in front of a car. Heidi, I was in a bad mood!
But later she did come back to me because she didn't know what
cover
jihad.
Send me whatever I need to cover.
In all seriousness, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I even asked her about this and she doesn't even know. Pretty much every clip you can find of me talking about her is me giving her nothing but praise.
I'll respond to Jar. I'll tell you what, here's my offer. I'll respond to Jar or debunk any stuff that he said in his, like, commentary videos, or even go over them, if he'll agree to get in a call with me and address the fact that he lied to me and lied to everyone else.
So Beckett will only look at my videos if I admit to lying about something. I don't know what I'm going to be admitting to because he hasn't given any examples. I also love how he says that I have to admit to lying. He's not going to press me on if I lied or not. I just have to come out and admit that I lied to apparently everyone. I bet it's something small and stupid like how I said I wouldn't get involved in drama anymore. Yeah, every drama channel that's gotten canceled has made that promise and went back on it. But whatever he is going to press me on, come on Beckett, it's not even new. Kuiman is even asking these questions.
Lied to you about what, bro? Like, what? I cannot even begin to imagine what inconsequential nonsense this guy is pretending to be mad about.
He doesn't know what Beckett is on about. I don't even think Beckett knows what he's on about. But the reason why Beckett is making this demand is because he wants an easy win against an autistic guy. To be fair, he kind of needs one after what Kuiman did to him.
Now pretending to care about some shit with Jar's girlfriend? What the fuck are you talking about?
We love the glaze. We love the
talked about
glaze.
this on stream, bro.
Ah, yes, to get the context for what the fuck Beckett is talking about, we have to watch a multi-hour long stream. He doesn't even say what stream it is to make it even harder to find. Don't act like you give a shit, bro. I know for a fact you don't.
What's happening? Kuiman's coping about Jar in chat. I don't know.
I think he cares how it's
he's
pronounced.
projecting again. He just had a super embarrassing crash out about me, and then he accuses Kuihman of the one coping because he's just defending me a little in chat. And his defense basically boils down to, show proof, bitch.
Kuiman needs another toy to play with, and Jar's his new fucking, like, potential attack dog because he keeps making videos on Nick. Apparently Kuiman is at the point where he's so desperate for something.
Self-fulfilling prophecy, unfortunately, it seems, with Becky here.
Bitch.
Kuiman needs another toy to play with, and Jar's his new fucking, like, potential attack dog because he keeps making videos on Nick. Apparently Kuiman is at the point where he's so desperate for somebody to attack Deorio, he'll accept Jar.
I'm starting to understand why his name is Copin Seethe, because he's always coping and seething. Yeah, I'm sure he's heard that one a million times by now. But I'm starting to think that Beckett might be demon-possessed because he comes up with these wild conspiracies with little to no proof to back them up. Me and Kuiman talked one time roughly a year ago. He's not using me as a fucking attack dog against Nick. He doesn't even need me. Pretty much the entire small drama streaming community has turned on Deorio. But you're not, because you're a loyal little lapdog.
It's fine, Kuiman. You can be mad about it. I don't fucking care.
Ah, yes, when Beckett exhausts all of his non-arguments, he pulls out the I don't care card. If you have
I was thinking earlier, it's crazy. We really do have, like, quite a few content creators in, like, this little ecosystem now. It's like me, obviously Chud, Aiden, Nos, Parry, Dickers, Gamma, Sleepy, Liquid Sonic, Shamu, Nicandros. I'm naming greatest rapists of all time. Greatest rapists and pedophiles of all time. Most effective and promising rapists and pedophiles of all time. Oh, also the other thing I was thinking earlier, guys, I feel like you would hate this, but I thought this would be like an amazing bit. If I downloaded like all of those old, you know, like stock audience reaction sounds for a soundboard, I just used them like really excessively and inappropriately in a self-aggrandizing way. I'm like, guys, I got up at 4 p.m. today, and it's like, you know, the clapping and cheering, like, canned sound effect. I thought that'd be a really good bit. I think you guys fucking hate it, though. I was like, dude, that'd be so funny.
Made it to this point in the video and you're a fan of Beckett, I just have one question for you. How are you a fan of someone who makes arguments this stupid? By the way, it's not just me and Kuiman who's been witnessing this pattern of behavior. Malcolm, that penguin guy, and a few other people have also noticed that Beckett is the biggest sweeper of all time. He can't give his true opinion on people he likes, until they piss him off personally, of course. He makes a lot of nonsensical non-arguments, and a lot of the arguments he makes about other people are easily proven false and proven true about him. And if you think this is the only stuff I have on Beckett, trust me, it's just the tip of the sand dune.
Files on top of files to swing back.
Anyways, I'm gonna ride on my camel to my oil fields to work on the next video. I'll see you all next time. My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube. I used to debunk SJWs, but now I've moved on to something new. We're taking down the
I feel like a line about Jews there, maybe, instead. I don't know.
Dog machine, climb by climb by climb.
Yeah, I feel like,
YouTube.
yeah. Definitely, that definitely should have been, the rhyme there should have been Jew. Unless he's about to say Jew.
To debunk SJWs, but now I've moved on to something new. We're taking down the Zog machine, climb by climb by climb. Just the Muhammad marches on.
No, Jew was the rhyme there. I gotta say. That was good, but Jew was absolutely the rhyme there.
By Klein.
It's layered. It's layered. Okay. I'm too low IQ. I'm sorry. Becky needs to go live. I'm demanding Becky go live and address this video right now. And not just because I want these live content.